In the celestial realms of heaven, where ethereal light bathed the golden palaces and the melodious strains of angelic choirs echoed through the clouds, there existed a timeless tranquility. Angels of purest radiance flitted gracefully amidst the celestial gardens, tending to the flowers that bloomed eternally in vibrant hues. Yet, in the depths below, in the infernal abyss of hell, a darkness festered, a realm of torment and despair, where the flames of suffering burned endlessly and the cries of the damned reverberated through the cavernous chambers. For eons, heaven and hell existed in a delicate balance, separated by an impenetrable barrier that shielded the purity of the divine from the malevolence of the infernal. But as time wore on, whispers of unrest began to stir in the depths of hell, a rebellion fomented by Lucifer, the fallen angel, whose pride and envy had led him to challenge the authority of heaven itself. With each passing moment, Lucifer's rebellion gained strength, drawing legions of fallen angels to his side. They raged against the confines of their infernal prison, their cries of defiance echoing through the abyss. In heaven, the celestial hosts watched with mounting concern as the forces of darkness amassed below. Yet, despite the growing threat, they remained steadfast in their commitment to righteousness and truth. But when the armies of hell finally amassed at the gates of heaven, their ranks swollen with demons and damned souls, the celestial realm braced for an inevitable confrontation. At the forefront of the heavenly host stood Michael, the archangel, his sword gleaming with divine light as he prepared to lead his brethren into battle. With unwavering resolve, he gazed out across the shimmering expanse of heaven, his eyes ablaze with righteous fury. As the legions of hell surged forward, a fierce battle erupted, a cataclysmic clash of light and darkness, of good and evil. The heavens thundered with the clash of celestial swords, and the air crackled with the fury of divine power. 4 days, the battle raged on, neither side willing to yield. Yet, as the conflict reached its climax, a figure emerged from the heart of the infernal horde, a lone angel, his wings blackened by the fires of hell, his eyes burning with a fervent intensity. It was Lucifer himself, the fallen archangel, his pride undiminished despite his descent into darkness. With a defiant roar, he hurled himself at Michael, his sword flashing with unholy light. In a blinding flash of brilliance, Michael and Lucifer clashed, their swords meeting in a shower of sparks. For a moment, it seemed as though the very fabric of reality would unravel beneath the force of their confrontation. But then, in a burst of divine power, Michael struck down Lucifer, his sword piercing the fallen angel's heart. With a final cry of anguish, Lucifer was cast back into the depths of hell, his rebellion quashed and his defiance silenced. As the echoes of battle faded and the celestial realm fell silent once more, a profound sense of peace descended upon heaven. The forces of darkness had been vanquished, and the purity of the divine had emerged victorious. Yet, even as the celestial hosts celebrated their hard-won victory, they knew that the struggle between heaven and hell would continue for eternity. A timeless conflict between light and darkness, between good and evil. And so, amidst the celestial splendor of heaven, the eternal battle raged on, a testament to the enduring power of righteousness and the unyielding strength of the divine. As the dust settled and the echoes of the celestial battle faded into the ether, heaven stood resolute, bathed in the warm glow of victory. The angels, their hearts filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination, gathered in solemn reverence, offering prayers of gratitude for their triumph over the forces of darkness. But even in the wake of their victory, there was a solemn recognition among the celestial host that the threat of hell's rebellion would always loom on the horizon. For the fallen angels, led by Lucifer's unwavering defiance, would never truly relent in their quest to challenge the sanctity of heaven. In the depths of hell, amidst the smoldering ruins of Lucifer's failed rebellion, a palpable sense of despair hung heavy in the air. The demons, their once proud ranks decimated by the celestial onslaught, nursed their wounds and licked their metaphorical wounds, their spirits broken by their defeat at the hands of the heavenly host. Yet, even as Lucifer lay cast down, his pride shattered, and his ambitions thwarted. A flicker of something akin to determination burned within his soul, for though he had been vanquished in battle, the flame of his rebellion still smoldered, a testament to his unyielding defiance and his refusal to submit to the will of heaven. In the celestial realms above, the angels remained vigilant, ever watchful for signs of renewed rebellion from the depths of hell. For they knew that while the forces of darkness may have been temporarily subdued, the eternal struggle between heaven and hell would continue to rage on. A timeless battle between light and darkness, between good and evil. And so, as the celestial choir sang hymns of praise and the golden palaces of heaven shone with ethereal light, the angels stood ready to defend their sacred realm against the ever-present threat of hell's rebellion, their unwavering faith in the divine guiding them forward in their eternal quest for righteousness and truth. As the ages rolled by, a fragile balance hung between the realms of heaven and hell, a delicate equilibrium that kept the forces of light and darkness in check. Though moments of peace graced the celestial realms, they were always tinged with the shadow of impending conflict, a constant reminder of the eternal struggle between good and evil. In heaven, the angels remained vigilant, their watchful eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of hell's resurgence. Guided by their unwavering faith in the divine, they stood as beacons of righteousness, their swords of light poised to strike down any threat to the sanctity of their sacred realm. Meanwhile, in the depths of hell, Lucifer bided his time, his thirst for vengeance simmering beneath the surface. Though weakened by his defeat, his resolve remained unbroken, his spirit fueled by the burning desire to reclaim his lost glory and overthrow the divine order. And then, one fateful day, the fragile peace between heaven and hell was shattered by a cataclysmic event that sent shockwaves rippling through the cosmos. A great rift tore open in the fabric of reality, unleashing a horde of demonic creatures upon the celestial realms, their savage fury unleashed upon the unsuspecting angels. Caught off guard by the sudden onslaught, the angels rallied to defend their sacred realm, their swords of light flashing with divine power as they clashed with the forces of darkness. But for every demon struck down, another seemed to take its place, their numbers seemingly endless as they poured forth from the depths of hell. In the midst of the chaos, Lucifer emerged from the shadows, his eyes burning with unholy fire, as he led his legions in a ferocious assault upon the gates of heaven. With each step, he drew closer to his ultimate goal, the destruction of the divine order and the conquest of all creation. But just as all seemed lost, a blinding light pierced the darkness, heralding the arrival of a figure of divine radiance, the Archangel Michael, his sword gleaming with the power of the heavens. With a mighty roar, he charged into battle, his presence inspiring hope and courage in the hearts of the beleaguered angels. In a climactic showdown that shook the very foundations of the cosmos, Michael and Lucifer clashed in a titanic struggle for the fate of creation itself. Their swords clashed with a deafening roar, their powers colliding in a dazzling display of cosmic energy. And then, in a burst of blinding light, Michael struck down Lucifer, his sword piercing the fallen angel's heart and casting him back into the depths of hell. Once more, with a triumphant roar, the archangel rallied his brethren, driving back the demonic hordes and restoring order to the celestial realms. As the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded into the ether, a profound sense of peace descended upon the heavens once more. The forces of darkness had been vanquished, their rebellion quashed by the unwavering might of the divine. And though the scars of the conflict would linger for eternity, the angels stood united in their victory, their faith in the divine unshaken by the trials they had endured. For in the end, it was their unwavering devotion to righteousness and truth that had triumphed over the forces of darkness, ensuring that the light of heaven would shine brightly for all eternity.